Welcome everybody to a World of Tanks bonus video. My name is Maxwell and today's bonus video is from the user Nether Prime. That's Nether Prime, and I know you saw a video from him just a couple of days ago, but this one came across my email inbox. I gave it a watch and I thought, you know what, this would make an absolutely perfect bonus video. He's driving the FV215B, which is a tier 10 heavy tank for the British. So, bonus videos are the ones which are pretty damn awesome games. They show some good skill, good luck, something hilarious or whatnot, but they're not necessarily quite right for a normal subscriber replay. And I think this one perfectly falls into that category. And you're going to see why as the replay unfolds. Spots out an E75, going to have a quick shot at the top of his turret there, but just bounces. Now, I do want to quickly mention that there does seem to be a bug with the replay system at the moment. That one, oh, unfortunately, just a 0 damage critical. Yeah, there does seem to be a little bit of a bug with the replay system at the moment where you will notice the tank jumping forwards and backwards ever so slightly and stuttering. No idea why that is happening. It's just very recently started happening with some of these 9.4 replays, but hopefully with the patch to fix the replay exploit coming out soon, that should hopefully fix this bug as well. Hopefully it won't affect your viewing pleasure too much and the replay is still going to be fairly awesome. So straight away, Nether Prime going to be heading all the way around the outside of the map. This being an assault battle. No, not an assault, an encounter battle. Don't even know my sodding game modes. It's only been 2.5 years. So this one being an assault battle. He's going to be heading around the outside and sort of covering off that cap circle position. Although looks like most of the enemy team has gone to the north. They've got quite a lot of tanks in there. Whereas the allied team have sent most of their tanks to the south. So this one is going to be kind of a race against time. The allies in the south can't just sit around and twiddle their thumbs. They're either going to have to try and pull off a fast cap or sweep around into the enemy spawn location as fast as possible. You see Nether Prime just trying to get on the ridge here in an effort to try and get some of those tanks into render range. Does find a VK4502, the one with the trollish armor. Not bothering to have a shot from range as this thing is pretty damn difficult to penetrate. So he's just going to close the distance in here. Does have the support of a lot of heavy tanks behind him, although he is still quite far out by himself. Still closing the distance down. You can find the VK in the ditch there. Now the Prime just mounts the side of the sand dune, trying to find a shot on somebody else. He knows he's got a lot of time, because if that VK4502 wants to come over the top and put any shots into him, he's going to have to spend the time climbing the hill. And the VK4502 doesn't do anything quickly. So he knows he's got the time and he's got a little bit of breathing room. He has got an E75 coming in from the rear. You can see that on the mini-map, and I think Nether Prime spots it as well. And he decides that time is of the essence and the need to get in there and do something about the overwhelming force that's pushing in the north. So he flanks around the side of this VK45, gets into the rear armor as the E75 comes in and sandwiches him from the front. VK4502B makes only, well, there's nothing really he can do here. He's caught between a rock and a hard place. But what he really needs to do is turn his turret to face the E75 at least, because at the moment he's got his rear armor pointed at the FV and the rear of his turret pointed at the E75, so both of those guys are going to have an easy time penetrating him. You want to make it as difficult as possible. You've already got your weak spot pointed towards the FV, so you might as well give him the rear of the turret as well, just to present the strongest front possible towards the E75. It probably wouldn't have saved him there, but he may have survived a little bit longer and been able to do a little bit more damage himself. They find the enemy artillery here, but they're not in a position to do anything about it. The allied artillery might come in and do something about it, though. Trying to get the gun depression to hit that E4 in the distance there. And himself and this E75 going to be working their way in. Looks like the majority of the allied team still electing to go for that cap circle there. Finds the E4, doesn't quite land any damage on him, just gets a critical. But the FV is very strong in a hull down position like this. The turret is very tough to penetrate, and this E4 is kind of caught in a difficult situation now. He's out in the open, he's been tracked once, he thinks he needs to get in there to prevent the base capture here. So he's continuing to steam across the open field here. Nether Prime's landing damaging shot after damaging shot. And I think the E4's realised the way the game is going. And he can't just sit there out in the open. Unfortunately, RNG's is not on the side of Nether Prime just there, as that one didn't quite penetrate. Going to try and put another one through the exact same spot. And that one bounced as well. I see just a few more of the camera bugs of 9.4 replays coming into play there. Trying to get a shot onto his turret area there, but he's just reversing away now. Like I said, he realizes which way the battle's going, and he's trying to get the hell out of there. Nether Prime just needs one more good shot. One more good shot he lands. That's kill number 2, and almost 3,000 points of damage so far. IS-7's coming steaming in now that the allies have 4 tanks in and around that cap circle. Although they do have an Object 140 on the ridge, must be doing a good job decapping that IS-7, also doing a good job. Although he does have rear and side armor exposed to the FV and that IS-8. So Nether Prime and that IS-8 going to try and work him down. And there's not really much he can do. He puts his front armor on target to the IS-8, but that still leaves his side armor exposed to Nether Prime, who's just taking so many of this guy's hit points away from him. Does take a shot there from something, and he's just able to take out that IS-7 there, the kill number 3. That Object 140 still being dangerous up on the ridge, so Nether Prime's trying to see if he can get a shot on him, but nothing coming of it just yet. They've still got 3 tanks in that cap circle though, although they are getting decapped from every direction by the looks of it. They've evened the game up nicely though, 9 kills to 9. Although they have lost the map advantage. Has a quick shot at the artillery. Just misses that one, unfortunately. But it looks like the artillery hasn't noticed that he's been spotted. He's going to focus down on that track to keep him in place. But instead he sets him on fire. Takes him out with a single shot. And that's an excellent kill there. He was firing at the track just so that if he didn't have the alpha damage to take him out in one go, the artillery couldn't run away. And he's able to take him out very, very nicely there. Spots an M103 on almost full health. He's going to come and try and do something about him. There's only the mouse left that was in the cap circle. He's abandoned that now. Game still completely even at 11 kills to 11. And he's run out of regular shells now. He's onto the APCR. Although this M103's only got 1,000 hit points, so hopefully that shouldn't use too much ammunition. Gets a good hit onto him. One more shot will be enough to take out the M103. And he's almost certainly got a faster reload than the M103 at just 7.34 seconds. Very fast-firing cannon on the British heavy tanks here. Going to put a shot through the side of the E-75's turret. He's been tracked, so he's going nowhere. And Nether Prime just going to continue to put shots into the side of his turret until he decides to pay attention. Still not paying attention. Just wondering there for a second if he was AFK. Another shell lands. Nether Prime is able to take out the track again, but not quite get any damage, which is a little bit unfortunate. He doesn't quite have the gun depression to get the shot that he wants. Straightens his tank up a little bit. And that does afford him the gun depression that he needs. E75 starts to back off. Going to try and put one through the weak spot of his turret. That one somehow went through. I thought that hit the side of the turret. I guess we'll see in a second. That one went right through the point of the turret there. So an excellent, excellent shot. That one unfortunately bounced. He does have the reload though. He should easily be able to take out this E75 if he just takes his time. One more good shot. Didn't want to waste that opportunity. Just one through the side. That's kill number 6. A well-deserved Top Gun medal. 7,500 points of damage. And now it is 3 versus 2. The enemy has that IS-8. And I think that is a T-62A versus the mouse IS-7 and himself. Well, as you can see, he's just saying in chat he has 1 APC on, 3 Hesh rounds left. But with the support of his allies there, that mouse and that IS-8, they should easily be able to work down the T-62A and that IS-8. IS-8 only on 486 hit points. Not sure about the T-62A. He's on 668. So they are able to take out the mouse there. That was a little bit surprising. But he's got himself and this IS-8 now. IS-8 not looking particularly healthy though, although Nether Prime himself still got pretty much 2,000 hit points. He's going to head up onto the ridge now and see what he can see. Enemy IS-8 steaming in towards the cap circle. Gets a great shot through his side armor. Left him on just 71 hit points. Lines himself up for another one. But it looks like the IS-8. Is he going to make a move? Nope. He gets into the cap circle just enough. And then he sits behind the buildings and the corpse of that mouse, providing excellent cover for the IS-8 there. Nether Prime isn't able to get a shot onto him. The allied IS-8 makes a hasty move here. There's no way. There was still 3 minutes left on the cap clock. There was no way that allied IS-8 needed to make that move, especially with the T-62A threatening in the background there. But he's just undeterred, and he's making a move towards the cap circle. He's got more health than the enemy IS-8, so fingers crossed he can do something. Enemy T-62A making a move. Can he get a shot on the side of him? He's only got 3 HESH shells left. I didn't want to risk that one. Allied IS-8 now in the cap circle as well, dueling with the enemy IS-8. But this T-62A is coming steaming in from the side again. Doesn't want to waste the shell. And the T-62A comes in and the IS-8 picks him off. And that leaves just Nether Prime himself versus 2 tanks. Looking particularly healthy. Gets a great shot through the side of the enemy T-62A for 531 points of damage. And if you take a look, these HESH shells, I mean, they are HESH, but they only have 120 millimeters of penetration. So that was an excellent shot. Could do some damage there. He's got 2 shells left and 2 tanks get set on fire, but he does have an automatic fire extinguisher. They were handing them out like candy for missions a while back. So I wouldn't be surprised if people have got a huge supply of automatic fire extinguishers. So he's got 2 shells left and 2 tanks left. He's got to take out the IS-8 and this T-62A. He's still got quite a few seconds left, although the actual timer itself not popping up. You can see he's got probably about 60 seconds, just a little bit left. He's got 2 shells left. He's trying to just sow a little bit misinformation in chat there, telling them that he's only got 1 HESH shell left. And hopefully this will get the enemy tanks to be a little bit reckless. They're both on low health. So he should, if he just takes his time, should be able to get the damage that he needs. He's still got about 30 seconds, maybe 20 seconds left on the cap clock. Finds them both, although they are all behind cover. 15 seconds left. They are just taking cover now. They just don't want to get hit by Nether Prime. But to be honest, with this being an encounter, he just needs to be in the cap circle. And he stops that base capture, which indeed he does. He's going to run the house down. He's looking for a shot on this T-62A. Fires. No idea where that shell went. It looks like it grazed across the front armor of the T-62A. Very, very unfortunate. His second shot doesn't bounce. That goes right through. Kill number 7 takes him out. But he's completely out of ammunition now versus a 71 hit point IS-8. And this IS-8 now is going to do his best to take out Nether Prime. Nether Prime trying to build up a bit of distance to try and hit the IS-8 for the ram. Doesn't quite do any damage. He is a lot heavier than the IS-8, but you can see he's not doing any damage whatsoever. Trying to turret hug him, but I'm pretty sure the IS-8 mentioned in chat that he was ammo racked, so he's not going to have a fantastic reload. He does do some damage to Nether Prime here. Nether Prime's not having a great time trying to ram him here, not getting any damage whatsoever. There we go. Starts to do a little bit of damage thanks to the consistent pressure that he's putting on the front of the IS-8. But to be honest, oh, there we go. A little bit more damage. Takes him down to 26 health, and this IS-8 starts to push back. And he's not allowing him to just come in for the ram. He starts to back off. He's going to try and get in front of the ram. That's only 2 damage. If this is all he's going to be able to do, it's not going to be enough to take out this IS-8. Gets a little bit more damage. I'm not sure how this ramming mechanic is working, because it just looked like you hit him pretty hard there. And that didn't do any damage. Takes off his track. He's going to take at his leisure now. The IS-8's loaded heat rounds. He's done a little bit of damage. Nether Prime comes back in. That didn't do anything, so like I said, I'm not really sure how this ramming mechanic's working. He's only got 15 health. Is that enough? It's not. That's not enough to take him out at all. One more. Nope, that wasn't enough either. This IS-8's going to be reloaded sometime soon. Trying to ram the front of the tank there. Nope. He gets his track taken out. He repairs that one. He's only got 44 hit points left himself. One more shot from this IS-8 will be enough to take him out. Oh, he's backing off up the hill. Will he have enough speed to take him out now? He does indeed. That's kill number 8. Takes him out with no ammunition whatsoever. Almost 9,000 points of damage. GG and the victory. So just goes to show, even when your tank's got no ammunition left, there's no excuse whatsoever to give up, roll over and die. it can still make a difference, even if you're the last tank on the field and come out with the victory for your team. So absolutely awesome replay there from Nether Prime. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a great replay, send that into replay@screenreality.com. The link for that's in the description. Just attach the replay file itself or the link to the What Replay website to the email, and I can check that one out for you. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, you found it useful, informative, you learned something, or you just enjoyed it, think about hitting that subscribe button, because there's a lot more World of Tanks content on this channel. I've been Maxwell, this has been a World of Tanks bonus video, and I'll catch you guys next time.